Are you on the search for a reputable Boston Terrier breeder, but you really want to know what is a reputable Boston Terrier breeder? Like, what will they offer me? In this video, I'm going to cover the 7 things that you can expect from a reputable breeder coming up. Hey everybody, welcome to the Boston Terrier Society YouTube channel. I'm Donnie Gardner, the founder of BostonTerrierSociety.com. And over there is Bella, my Boston of over a decade, and it was sunny out, so she was sitting in her normal sunspot, but now it's dark. Now, if you're new to this YouTube channel, we cover everything Boston Terriers. So if you're in search of a Boston right now, or you just want to learn more about them, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel just so you can get the latest from us. Now, I wanted to go ahead and create this video because I've had a lot of people ask me, like, where can I find a reputable breeder? Which I have created a video answering that question. You can check it out in the show notes. But what I want to cover now are the 7 things that you can expect from one of these reputable breeders, just so whenever you actually contact them, you can check this list of 7 out, which is down in the show notes below, and you can be like, okay, they mark off all these 7, or at least most of these, so you can know that you're dealing with a reputable breeder. So coming in at number 1, the very first thing any reputable breeder is going to do, they're going to be breeding to the Boston Terrier standard. Now, if you don't know what the standard is, you can once again check that out in the show notes as well. I'll leave a link to it where you can check it out and read it for yourself. But they're going to be making sure, as far as the Boston's color, the size, and the temperament all aligns with the Boston Terrier breed standard. And it's important to have the consistency here because obviously whenever you look at a Boston, you can say, oh, that's a Boston because, well, all the things that make a Boston, there it is. And that's why that consistency and breeding to the standard is so important. And this is a simple question that you can just ask them whenever you're talking to them, like, okay, do you follow, the AKC standard for Boston Terriers? Or do you belong to the Boston Terrier Club of America? And if they belong to the BTCA, then you know that they're breeding to the standard. Coming in at number 2, a reputable Boston Terrier breeder will allow you to see their facilities. Now, I've definitely played with a lot of those Boston Terrier scams just to see when I've done these videos, like, is this an actual scam website? And all of them say they want to have a deposit, normally $500, before they even give you the address to go see their facilities. Now, I'm not saying you can call a breeder right now and be like, hey, I want to come over to your house and see the puppies. No, you're probably going to have a dialogue with them, but for sure, they're going to allow you to come over, see the puppy, which I always recommend seeing the puppy first, then go ahead and put your deposit down. That's why you want to find a reputable breeder who is local. None of them should be asking for money up front just to come see the puppy. All right, coming in at number 3, a reputable breeder will allow you to see the mother. Now, probably not the father because they might not even own the Boston Terrier male. They probably used a stud service. The mother for sure, because she's gonna be with her puppies, and see if you can see the mother. This is gonna give you an idea of how they treat their Bostons. All right, coming in at number 4, they will offer some sort of sales contract. When you're dealing with a reputable breeder, expect to sign some paperwork. Now, once again, if you've seen any of my videos on Boston Terrier pet scams, all of them also have a contract. So I will be doing a video just kind of giving you an hallmark of what a actual sales contract from a breeder is going to look like, and that'll be in the show notes below. A lot of the scam contracts that I've seen basically has the thing listed out as far as price. They try to make it look official. It might have their address as well as your address and name, but there's really no depth to the contract. The number 1 thing you can expect in a sales contract from a reputable breeder is probably a spay or neuter clause in there. Okay, coming in at number 5, what you can expect from a reputable breeder is a return policy, meaning most will allow you to take your Boston Terrier puppy back at any age. For whatever reason, life happens, something happens, and you no longer want your Boston Terrier, a reputable breeder will allow you to bring that Boston Terrier back to them. Now, when I first heard this, I thought it was crazy, but I've talked to a number of breeders here on this YouTube channel, and yes, they allow it. And even within the Boston Terrier Club of America, it spells out that a reputable breeder will also offer this. It kind of blows my mind, but this is one of those things that you can ask the breeder, and if they allow it at any time, that you're probably dealing with a reputable breeder. Coming in at number 6 is a health guarantee of some sort. Now, it might not be a health guarantee for life, but they will offer some sort of health guarantee if the puppy becomes ill, and that's all going to be spelled out in the contract. And then coming in at number 7 is, of course, medical history. They're going to provide you the records of what kind of vaccinations have been done. Has there been a hearing test? Because most reputable breeders will do a hearing test on their Boston Terriers, and this will be information that they provide you once you get your puppy. Question of the day, have you got a Boston Terrier recently, or are you a Boston Terrier breeder? If you are, put in the comments below exactly what kind of experience you had dealing with a reputable Boston Terrier breeder and some things that could be added on to this list of 7 for some hallmark of some things you can expect from a reputable breeder. Put them in the comments below. Now, if you're on your search for your very first Boston Terrier puppy and you just want some help and some guidance, because I've gotten a lot of questions as far as like, what can I expect when getting a Boston Terrier puppy? What's the average price of a Boston? What are some health issues you should be worried about? I went ahead and put it into a comprehensive course for you. It's actually an hour-and-a-half long of videos, as well as some PDFs, spelling out everything you can expect when getting a Boston Terrier puppy. And the biggest thing is to avoid any type of scams. This course just went live a week ago. You can go check it out in the show notes below. And if you're someone concerned about getting a puppy as far as being scammed, this is the course for you. Now, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the Boston Terrier Society YouTube channel just so you can get the latest from us. And until next time, life is better with a Boston. Right, Bella?